Welcome back as we continue season 3 of Ready, Set, Real Estate. You are on with yours truly, Lisa P, Super Agent. And my special guest today is going to bring us a wealth of information on builds, garage conversions, those illegal additions. You know it's happening. We know it's happening. We know what's going on. So I'm really excited to bring on Your Dream ADU to actually cover a 5-part series on accessory dwelling units. We're going to delve in to really a solution that is available to this homelessness crisis. You know, I see that's what happens when I get excited about what we're going to do. Remember to subscribe on radio podcasts everywhere. Your favorite radio podcast is Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, FM, Stitcher, Google Play, Breaker, Overcast, and all the other platforms that we're available. Make sure you type in Ready, Set, Real Estate and hit that subscribe button. There's a notification. Please hit that bell so you know when new episodes are uploaded. Do you know that this show supports Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation, this nation's first real estate focused nonprofit for the youth, where we seek to teach and empower youth ages 11 to 17 with real estate terms, concepts, and careers as an alternate pathway to success. We also have our signature Real Estate 100 internship program and entrepreneurship program for young adults up to ages 27. All right, y'all, I'm ready. I'm so ready for this. I am so ready. Who's ready? Who is ready? Hello, Sean and Joseph. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Sorry about that.
No worries. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
We're doing well, How's everyone out there? LA.
Everyone's great. We're excited to have you on. This is going to be very special because not only are you providing a need right now in the industry through Your Dream ADU, which is a company based here in the greater Los Angeles area, but you are serving and issuing, assisting homeowners across California with their granny flats. I think when we throw that word out there, maybe people start to say, oh, is that what you're talking about? Granny flats or mother-in-law suites, those illegal conversions that we know are happening, which is what I said on the show. Share with us a little bit about what the journey has been like and the projects that you have gotten into over the last couple of months and year in starting this.
The journey's been well. We've been going for about just a little over a year now. Sean and I could speak on the projects that we've dealt with, from illegal garages to senior living type of homes. We've dealt with projects that have been with bad contractors in the past, people calling us or even Facebooking us and contacting us about kind of like helping them, solving their issue with having a bad contractor. And Sean can input on that also.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure that you're dealing with a licensed contractor. Do your research. Yeah, but if you do come across a bad contractor, it's not the end of the road. But make sure that you are looking online. You are trying to find qualified people to work with.
I wanted to ask about that, which is why I'm so excited that we're going to do this again, you guys. For those of you who are tuning in, we are really going to delve into this because there is a need. And what I appreciate about these guys is that they have the numbers, they have the statistics. And when you hear them say due diligence, they have done the due diligence to make it a very smooth and a process for you. And I think that's where I feel it's necessary for us to come out and do the series. We're going to come on today, and this is just an introduction to your dream ADU, and to really expose you to the possibility. And I love what you say, right? Pull the car out of the garage and turn that garage into a moneymaker.
Pull the bins out of the garage, which is depreciating, and your mother that's in the convalescent home, or your dad that's in the elderly living senior citizen home, stop letting that depreciate. Get the garage, convert it, let that bring in annual income, some type of something that could help the family in a better way by having extra living space for that senior, or for a student maybe that is living close to home, who doesn't, you don't want them to be too close, but they're still close. Take your backyard that you have, or take your land that you already own, and let it work for you.
Yeah, the funny thing is that that Benz, or that really luxury fancy car, your garage could be paying for that car. That's not what you need to come out of pocket for. But outside of that, I know private schools get pretty expensive for a lot of people. There's the tuition money right there.
Yep.
It's really about finding where it makes sense for a lot of people to have passive income, and apply it to where it matters for them and their family.
Yeah, with over 500 homes in Los Angeles alone, over 1,000, 500,000 homes plus. Homes zoned for ADUs or garage conversions, granny flats, however you want to say it. It's your lingo, back houses, however. But ADUs is a more polished up kind of word or verbiage for
right.
The state has got down for accessory dwelling unit. Is there, maybe they thought about this, but they didn't. It's been here for forever, which leads to over 56,000. Over 56,000. Illegal dwelling units and garages in Los Angeles alone. So there's a lot to do out there. There's a lot of work to be putting in, and we're doing our best to do it. We're from Los Angeles, both of us, from LA. I lived in an illegal garage at one point in my life, and some bad things happened with the family, and I'm losing the home. And when we had to sell it, we couldn't sell it properly, which we would get along with that. At least I'm sure you can educate a lot of people more on that side.
I know. I'm listening to your story. I feel like you're the best person to tell anybody about that.
We'll get into it. That's why we have 5 parts, right? So we'll get into it. You guys got to stay tuned so we can get into that a lot more. And then Sean here helps out.
Fired up. We really need to get LA fired up. It would be an amazing thing, because I spend a lot of time, on the web, and doing a lot of research, and there's other cities taking more advantage of this amazing, state Senate bill.
Yeah, San Diego.
San Diego's leading us right now. They're trumping. A lot of people are putting in requests for conversions down there to the city, getting permits. I would love to see, Los Angeles, being able to, take advantage of this, new Senate bill and movement.
So last year we had over, just in Long Beach alone, we only had about 50 permits pulled. In LA, it was a little over 5,000 permits in the last 2 years, but we're trying to get that number back up. Right now, we have over 3,000. From my understanding, I'm in the city a lot, 3 to 4 times a week. Shout out to the city of Van Nuys courthouse. We do a lot of work up there, and they're telling me that last month and this month alone, they've gotten over 3,000 requests just in the city of Los Angeles. So I know we're getting there. They are making the laws a little bit easier and more smooth right now in the city. They're trying to get something where, instead of it being a 2 month to 2 or 2 week to 2 month process, they're trying to get it where they can get it less than a week now. Some of these conversions are pretty simple. I mean, it's really nothing to, as long as you have a right architect, like Sean will explain in one of our other segments of our part 5 part. He'll explain more of the floor plans and the permit side. The floor plans and the architect side, just as I will explain about the bad contractors or certain parts like that. But got to stay tuned for that, obviously, because we do have a 5.
I'm super excited because y'all gonna learn. You're gonna learn, and when you see me do a series on something, we did the accounting series. If you guys recall, I had Mariette on, and we broke that out into accounting for the investors, the dealers, and the real estate industry professional. this is something that we've got to break out a series on. Why? Because this is the latest buzzword in conjunction with opportunity zones. And so as we finish up our series, I'm going to have a guest come on and talk about opportunity zones, because one of the things that Joseph just shared was the zoning. So for those of us who are within the city of LA and its other cities are following suit, is now if your property zoned for a single family property, which means one unit, you can now legally build another unit on that property. And they have minimum square footage, minimum, is it 500 you guys or 600? Minimum
250 square feet to 1,200 square feet in Los Angeles County.
Wow. You see all this misinformation. The last meeting I attended, they told us 500.
Yeah, we're looking for certain setbacks. You're looking at easements. You're looking at, if everything is good and clear, you're able to build anywhere from 250 to 1,200 square feet. That's detached. Attached would be, I believe it's 250 to 800 for attached. So that means average 2-car garage is 400 square feet, box. Now you could go up top and do another 400. Could be on an attached home. The detached garage could be 600 square feet and then 600 at the top. And that could be a 2-story also. I have seen up to 3 stories, but that was just online. That was up north. I haven't seen any 3 stories finished yet in LA, but it's so spread out. I mean, this is something that a lot of homeowners are getting into. So I know there's a lot of creative people out there.
That is so.
You can build on top of the garage, so you can still keep the garage.
Yes.
Some people.
Right, and that would be called a second unit, new construction on a second unit. So you would just, like Sean just said, you could, and which I did forget to say that, you could take the garage and leave it, and then add on top of that. So yeah.
That way you're not losing your garage. As we start to discuss more about the build section, I definitely want to address. Not sure if you've come across it yet, but I know when we're talking about building, making sure it's soft story retrofitted. And because that's a big thing that's sweeping those apartment units that actually are built above garage or carports, making sure it has that soft story retrofit and it's compliant. And the city of LA has actually issued notices to those apartment owners that over the course of X amount of years, they have to get that building compliant. This is going to be, this is going to be so heavy.
Yeah, I mean, with the new build, we have up to, I believe it's 16 billion dollars going into the city of Los Angeles. A lot of it going into the arenas. We're getting prepared for, we have over 8 sports teams here in Los Angeles. So I know 3 of them are going to share one arena, being the Rams, the soccer team. We have the Galaxy and also the Chargers. So, that's going to be big. The Olympics is coming up. So cities like Inglewood are really going to off. The outskirts of that, which are the Compton, Watts, Gardena area, heavily, like all southern Los Angeles is just going to, erupt, at that point. And ADUs are going to be huge. People right now, they just don't understand that using the land that they already own, kind of like in the Airbnb aspect or Uber, you take what you have, you take this little garage and make it a moneymaker.
Exactly.
So
I like it. Listen up, you guys. They've been so patient with me as I was getting set up to get on. I just wanted to really introduce you to Sean and Joseph, who's going to be running us through a 5-part series, and we're going to be addressing working with and dealing with bad contractors. We're going to talk about the financing of this project, especially because there are programs right now, in particular, one program that we have been fighting because homeowners have gotten caught up in it. And when I say caught up, real caught up. So nevertheless, we want to just provide some alternatives. We're all about being solution-based and oriented here on this platform and with the professionals that I connect with. It's one thing to talk about the problem, but we're not going to have the meeting to keep talking about the problem when we already know what to do. So this is one avenue that I'm looking forward to introducing to you all. Sean and Joseph, y'all ready?
Ready.
Let's do this.
We're ready. So you guys make sure you tune in next week as we start to release this 5-part series on all aspects of what you need to know about turning your garage into a moneymaker. All right, you guys. We'll see you next time.